Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and double honor to the Apostle Elder Great Millstone. Shalom to the lit. All right, so brothers and sisters, got something I want to go into real quick while I'm on break. And I just want to touch up on this because, we were kind of like speaking about this at camp. How, it's a blessing to be able to understand, this truth, fully. To be able to actually see, what's going on and not be oblivious to the times, that we're in. I want to start off Book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 9. Who have ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Right, because Yahweh Shai, he spoke in parables, right? So let's look up their word parable. So this is a simple story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson as told by, we know the name, not Jesus, in the Gospels. So basically, the way our Lord spoke, it wasn't for everybody to, grasp onto, everybody couldn't get it. It was only certain men that could understand, what the Lord was talking about. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So, right, it's only given to certain men to know the mysteries, man, of the Bible. It's a remnant they're going to get it. That's why it's a real blessing, to be able to understand, what the truth is about, and you be able to break down these scriptures because, majority of people, they can't get it, man, because it's all spiritual, man. It's the Lord dealing with you. The Spirit has to be on you if you want to understand these scriptures, because this isn't your average book, The book was only meant now in this time for certain men to be able to understand. For whosoever hath to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever have not from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. So I'm going to read it again. All right. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing you shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed. And the word heart, meaning your mind. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. So what that's going into, basically, talking about the wicked Israelites, that can't get it. Back then they couldn't get it, and they can't get it now. And this time, because, the same spirits are back. The same ones that gave up the Lord for him to be crucified, them spirits are back now. So yeah, man. See, the 2/3, they won't get it, because it's not meant for them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. And the ones who actually can see and hear, and this is spiritual. It's concerning, understanding, the scriptures. Let's talk about the elect. The elect is going to know the scriptures. They're going to know what's going on. They're going to know the Lord. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. So yeah, man, because you got to think about it. The prophets of old, they didn't know about, the things we know now today, that we learned from, our teachers. Because like the apostles, they know more than, the prophets, back in the day. Because, the Spirit revealed to them, the breakdowns of, Revelation, 13 and 16, Jacob's trouble, in World War III. Because back then, they didn't know Babylon was, America. They didn't know that. That's why I said mystery Babylon the Great. That's what John the Revelator was speaking of in Revelation. Mystery Babylon the Great. Because they didn't know what it was. It was a mystery to them. Same thing, they didn't know about the chip. But we know about it now. So you see how things correlate, all the prophets, they didn't have the same understanding. Now in this time, we know these things because we at the end. Let me read this again. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Okay, so yeah, that's it. So yeah, man. So we are able to, understand the word of the Lord. Like he has blessed us with this information, and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Like everybody don't have that. And that's a gift from the Lord, man. So you just gotta take this into consideration, how really the Lord really looked out for you, because he could have let you still be asleep, but he called you out of it. The Lord, that's having mercy. The Lord showed you mercy. So, hey, man, you should be thanking the Lord, all the time, man, that you still in this truth, man. Because the Lord, he could take you out of truth if he wants to, but, that's why you want to pray. You continue on in this walk. Yeah, that's the end of it. I ain't want to make it too long. The Lord willing, you were edified. And I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. And shalom to the lit. And Lord's willing, back with a lesson. Keep the faith, shalom.